All right. Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of ScareMeTender podcast, ScareMeTender cast, whatever have you. It's going to be me and my brother, Tanner and Willie.
Yes, sir.
Wiggly Jim.
Squiggly Jim.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, this is a project that we had been kind of wanting to do for a while. Both been pretty fascinated by the supernatural and, the unexplained for a large chunk of our lives, probably since we were children. And we'll get into, what really probably got us going down this path. But, yeah, we're going to be doing ghosts, cryptids.
Pretty much all the supernatural shit.
Aliens.
And not the show. I didn't really like that show. But anyways.
Which one?
Supernatural.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
Just go ahead and start triggering some people right off in the first three.
Supernatural was fucking great.
Supernatural is the fucking shit.
I love that shit. It only got better with every season.
Oh, dude, it was awesome when they went to Scooby-Doo. They did not need to do that. Fuck Supernatural. I don't like it so much. We're gonna completely change.
I'm not against it. I do remember I didn't have an issue with the Scooby-Doo thing. I think randomly in like one of the later seasons though they do somehow get to the land of Oz.
Because why wouldn't they?
Like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz is real or something. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty damn certain that
I seen her last week.
They had a subplot of that. I mean, I saw it happen. I watched the movie so many goddamn times.
Well, dude, all recorded media is actually like they were there.
Right, yeah.
Avengers Endgame, that was real.
Bro, I can't believe I didn't. It's crazy that nobody I knew got, dusted away in the snap. Thanos must have missed the whole state of South Carolina. That's where we're recording from. We're from South Carolina, so a lot of what we're going to be talking about stuff, all over the globe, United States, worldwide, but there's going to be some episodes we're going to be doing our own investigation. So we're going to be doing local legends, stuff that you may not have heard of on a,
Yeah, on like a widespread
scale, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're pretty much limited to this area for
the
time being for investigations.
Right.
But, we can always look up shit. We can always,
yeah,
research different sightings, occurrences.
Right. We can always pretend that we've flown to...
Well, dude, I mean, this could be...
We're in the South African jungle in this episode.
I mean, this could be just complete bullshit.
It looks a lot like the swamps of South Carolina.
None the wiser.
Yeah, that is true.
It's all about context, I guess.
But no, we're going to be looking into cases, debunking what we can debunk, and looking at, the facts and firsthand testimonies, and,
We're pretty much going to be busting these spooks.
Yeah, we're...
Busting these myths wide
Busting
open.
makes me feel good.
Dude, busting is great.
Busting is great. Ghost busting.
Dude,
Ghost busting, folks. Don't get your minds out the gutter.
I busted a specter yesterday, actually, because I sent you that video.
Yeah, what was that about? Tell me about that.
Dude, I was just recording.
First off, right.
Okay, I was just in my house, my house isn't fucking haunted.
Right, it's fairly new.
I think something might be going on with the chain, but we'll get into that. Pretty much, I just have my phone. I just got these, like, tripod things from Walmart, and I was just testing it out. Like, I had it in the mirror, right? And there was flash. But what was reflecting, like, there was a little light orb that comes in from the bottom left, goes in the middle, and then goes out. I don't really think that was an actual light anomaly. It could just be reflection. But it wasn't on the mirror. Like, it comes from behind me or from off camera. And then on the thing and then off.
I took a quick look at the video, but I must admit I was in the middle of a Madden campaign, so I didn't rewatch it.
Nothing takes precedence over the boys.
That's true. I'm sorry. I've done it. I guess I'll just have to quit right now.
Don't apologize.
I'm just going to have to quit right now.
I think every red-blooded American knows that, boy.
You don't have to apologize for shit. Not in this country.
Apologize for Madden?
Not football.
I love football. I love watching them boys hug each other.
Yeah, so today's date is Sunday the... What is the actual date? It's January the...
19th, 20th.
Today's Sunday, January the 21st, 2024, and this is our first episode of the podcast. Welcome to ScareMeTender.
Yes, sir. Titled the title.
We them boys.
We them boys. Hey.
We them spooky boys.
Spooky boys.
We them boys your mama warned you about. Ooh.
We them boys that came over and asked you to play and you didn't want to, but you did anyway.
Yeah, we them.
Because you.
We them creepy boys.
You know, we touched a little bit by God.
No, I didn't know what you were gonna say there. And touch. You gotta touch my God.
You know, we were given a little grace when we
Right.
came out, when we emerged.
Were we? I think we're no, we weren't.
I don't think so. But all right, so I'm gonna segue over into supernatural occurrences that we have personally witnessed.
Right. Let's start off with
Boom,
that,
boom.
because there's several things that have gotten us, and this is a lot of our interest in the supernatural came from media we consumed as children, say Courage the Cowardly Dog, Goosebumps, stuff like that. But we'll
Bill
get
Murray,
deeper in.
Ghostbusters. This man has no dick.
This man has no dick. It's true. But yeah,
Courage.
we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna let Tanner lead off, and we're gonna talk about things that we have actually personally seen or felt. And yeah, let's start with that,
All right.
because that's what
So-
really gets you going. Is whenever, because I myself, I consider myself to be I'm a pretty big skeptic on things. I look at things and I try to really like pick it apart and figure out. And when it happens to you, and you're actually in that moment, it's
You don't believe it until you see
You
that
don't,
shit. And you're
and-
like, even then, you're like, what the fuck did I just see?
right. And then you still, even afterwards, you're
Like,
like,
nah.
you try to figure it out, and sometimes you just can't. So I'm gonna let Tanner start off, and then I'll tell mine.
All right, so
We'll go back and forth, so on and so
I think
forth.
the first time I ever saw some sort of supernatural occurrence, it wasn't during the night, surprisingly, because, that's usually when the ghouls come out. The zombos and whatnot.
The
But,
zombos. The
dude,
freaks
I
coming
was
out at
driving
night.
with my friend. We were going to pick up some Mary Jane, and we didn't even get it yet. Oh, dude. And, you could say, oh, he was just high, he saw this, he saw that.
Right.
No. First off,
You're
Mary
always high.
Yeah. First off, I'm always high. Second off, it doesn't do that.
Right.
Third off, okay.
We're not
So
advocating
we're
for the
driving
use
to
of
go
drugs,
get
by the way.
we're driving to go get the goods, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, dude, it's the middle of the day. It's like 1 o'clock. It's a perfect day for fishing. No clouds in the sky.
Perfect. Is that what you were gonna do? Were you gonna fish?
No,
No, but if you were,
just a
it'd
little
be-
world
it'd be-
building.
It'd be good. Right.
No clouds.
Right.
1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Midday.
When,
Dirt road. No trees near us.
Right.
Fucking a golden light ball comes down from the sky in front of us, through the middle of the windshield, past our heads, and out the back window. The whole thing probably took 2 seconds. And that's being gracious with the amount of time.
Right.
But dude, that shit came through and just went out the back. It
And
just
the
left.
guy you're with saw this as well.
Oh, I know he saw it because we didn't say shit for like 15 seconds, dude. Because we were just like, holy shit. And I was like, did you see that shit? And he was like, I don't know what I saw, dude. I was like, dude, that's when you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's not
We
just
saw
me.
something. But I was like, okay, what did you see? Describe it. And
Right.
he was like, it looked like energy or and I was like, okay. He's not as smart as me.
Right. Because to you, it looked like a.
He's not using enough words to describe it. He
Well,
doesn't. He
but-
doesn't have enough words in his vocabulary, to use.
He's ignorant.
He's a little ignorant.
Right.
But, dude, I was like, okay, that shit was real. I was like, we just actually saw some fucking light anomaly. Like, that was real.
Right.
And it only confirmed it because I didn't tell him what it looked like.
You asked.
He told me what I saw.
Right. It wasn't like you were feeding off of each other.
Yeah.
Like, yo, did you see that ball of light? And he's like, yeah, I saw that ball
Oh, yeah,
of
I
light.
definitely saw that.
Bro, what color
No,
was it?
you
Gold?
fucking
Yeah, it
didn't.
was.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it was, but yeah, dude, it was
Yeah,
yellow.
what color did you see?
It was yellow. It was, like, lighter in the middle and then kind of orangish around. It was like a ball.
Was it-
But, like,
was
you
it
can
like
see
s-
through
it
it.
was-
It's like,
okay.
it was like some sort of energy. So what he said wasn't completely stupid.
And you said did you see it drop from the sky, or was it just like
Dude,
all of a sudden?
It didn't drop. It's as if
It was just like boom right there
yeah.
and came right through.
As if it was just like flying.
Right.
Like it just shwink. It fucking went out the back.
Weird.
Came
So
down,
weird.
out, and left.
This is going to segue into my story because it's similar in the same way that what I saw was light-based. So there's this road in Conway, South Carolina that's reportedly haunted called Lucas Bay. And we're actually going to do this in an episode, so I'm not going to go into detail about the backstory because I'll save that for that episode. But what you're supposed to, like the historic backstory of the legend
all the
and shit.
juicy deets.
Yeah, right. But so what you're supposed to see coming down the road is like this ball of light, and it just supposed to, you're on the road. It comes straight down the road and passes, like you just see it pass, right? So me and some buddies, I want to say I had just graduated high school, so it was summer before I was going to go away to college. So I'm 18 because I had already turned 18 at that point, and I've got 4 of my buddies. Let me think. Yeah, there was 4 of us, and we're all riding in my truck, and we're looking for something to do, and none of us, we didn't really smoke weed or drink like that. Our idea of fun was just like just being boys and walking around somewhere, or like people should go, what do you do on a Saturday night? We'd like, oh yeah, we walk around Broadway at the beach. We do like 2 laps.
I just
and
do
then
hood rat shit at the mall with my friends.
Right, and then we go get a bite to eat or something, and it sounds so boring in hindsight, but we thought it was fun. We just shoot the shit. So, it's summertime. We go out there, get down the road, and it's probably about 9 o'clock at night. And it's summertime, so it had just turned dark, right? Because the sun, it sets later in the summer.
Yeah.
And we're out there, and we're all, dicking around. We got the windows down on the truck. I'm driving down the road. And when you get on this road, it's a dirt road, and we're not expecting to see anything, And even if we did, there's a whole theory as
it's people.
Not even that. There's a whole theory about, because this light ball anomaly that you're supposed to see coming down the road is not. It's not.
Okay, is it supposed to be like?
It's supposed to be
a slow thing, like a ghost light.
Yes, like a ghost light coming down the road.
Somewhat like a specter
right,
is
but
holding a lantern. That's the typical story, right?
Yeah, but see that whole thing. There's several different roads across America and across the world that same thing occurs, and there is a scientific explanation for those. It's like supposed to be some kind of swamp gas thing reacting with the atmosphere.
I think I heard one time there's this thing that actually does occur where I think it's just called ball lightning.
Yeah, that is a thing.
That's fucking nuts.
I've never seen it, but yeah, that's a thing.
Me neither, but
it's like static discharge or some shit.
Yeah.
I ain't no science bitch, so I don't really know.
Dude.
But
take everything we say with a grain of salt.
Right. Yeah, do your own research.
Please do your own research.
I think it's static lightning. Static discharge.
Think it's just like a ball, dude.
I think it's cottage cheese discharge. So anyway, we're on this road, and you get on the road. It's a dirt road. There's trees that encompass it because it's like some back, it's out in the boonies, man. And you get on the road and you drive down, and as you drive in, there's trees that encompass you. And then there's certain sections where it becomes open and the trees aren't there, and there's like large clearings of land, right, like fields or whatever. So we get to one of those and we pull the car over, and we all get out because I got to take a piss. So I get out of the car, I'm taking a piss, and I'm looking up at the sky, and back across the field is this tree line. And we're all out of the car, and I'm just standing there taking a piss, and all of a sudden I see this light flash through the tree line. And in my head, I'm going, okay, that's just a radio tower in the background, because there's tons of radio towers in this area.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And it'll flash again in the same spot. You'll see it all over. And all of a sudden, it doesn't flash again in that same spot. It moves slowly down through the tree line. So there's another flash, and then you see a flash over here, and a flash down here, and another flash up top. And it's just moving like in a
Yeah, it doesn't.
There's no pattern to it. Yeah. It's not moving in a way that anything like a plane or a radio tower would be emitting this light. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I'm a little freaked out. My buddies are a little freaked out. We all get back in the truck, and we roll the windows up, and we drive into, and we're all still thinking we're having a good time. We're like, what the fuck was that, man? We drive farther down the road where the trees do encompass you again, and it's pitch black. And all of a sudden, one of my buddies is like, turn the lights off. So we turn the lights off on the truck, and we're just sitting there. Truck's idling. Lights are off. It's pitch black around us. And all of a sudden, you see this flash of light right in front of the car. Flashing almost like a camera flash. But there's no camera. And it wasn't a lightning bug, because I know what lightning bugs look like. And I thought about that afterwards. I was like, no, that wasn't a lightning bug. And it's just flashing to the point where it's almost in the car. It felt like it was in the truck with you. Like, boom, boom, boom. So we turn the lights on real quick, hit the gas, and peel down the road. We get to the end of the road. All of a sudden, we see another light in the tree, and we're like, holy shit, it's following us. It's following us. We get to the end of where the trees...
God is real!
Right, to where the trees open up again, and we see on the other end, there's a house, and the light that we thought was following us was just like a street light. But that wasn't the light that we saw flash all around us, like somebody was taking pictures. I mean, it was almost like somebody was taking pictures. That was what the flash looked like.
And what do you think is scarier? A group of motherfuckers actually taking pictures of you? Or like some ghost light shit going crazy around your car?
Right, because at first, our first instinct is like, oh yeah, we'll go out here, we'll see this ghost light that's not really a ghost. By the end of it,
we'll go out, we'll beat the fuck out of it.
We were all convinced, with, some little doubts, that what we saw was not a ghost, but like alien in nature.
Oh.
So that is a great theory that I'd thought about. What if it was some kind of alien, shit taking pictures of you, like, I don't know, like a scout?
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about regular people, like just weird motherfuckers.
Oh, just out there taking pictures. But there's no way they could have got up in the trees. Also, we would have ran their asses.
Unless it's like,
we would have ran their asses.
A very large group of people.
Bro, dude, it was moving down to these are big trees.
I mean, if they do it in, hypothetically though,
are you
this
serious?
Is crazy as shit. But if they did it enough, they practice this shit. They choreograph it.
Yeah, I just don't think that the people of Conway, no offense, that there's some fucking redneck ass family out there fucking trying to hoax people with aliens. But it was the weirdest thing. And if it had been a person,
disposable cameras from Walmart.
if it had been a group of people and they were right in front of the truck, we would have ran their asses clear over, and we didn't.
Wait, y'all ran through the light?
We ran right. I mean, dude, this thing was flashing around us. It was in the truck. We hit the gas, turned on the lights, and booked it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Went back out 2 weeks later because another friend of mine who had been gone on like a family vacation was back in town. We took him out there to show him this shit because he was a bigger skeptic than I was at the time. Took him out there. We didn't see shit. Didn't happen again. But this is great because it's the same place. About 2 years later, he and I are hanging out, and we go down there. It's summertime again, and we go down there, and sure enough, we're driving down the road, and this thing, it wasn't up in the trees this time. It was off to the sides of the car. Boof, 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 boof. And we're like, what the fuck? And he couldn't explain it, neither could I. So I've seen it twice. Whatever's down there, I've seen it twice.
That's some scary shit.
It is scary. And it used
that ain't a tender.
There's been times where I've told that story before, and it's actually like made me like well up with tears because it's like it's just
thinking about it because you get overwhelmed with
you do because you can't explain
uncertainty. You're like, what the fuck is that, dude?
Yeah,
dude, it's like, okay, recently there's been this new UAP video, right, of the squid over in Iraq or Iran base. U.S. military base.
Oh yeah, I sent you that, and it scared the shit out of you.
Dude, I for real developed fucking paranoid schizophrenia for 30 minutes after watching that shit.
Yeah,
I was just talking to myself. I was like, no, what the fuck is this? Saying just crazy shit, dude. I was like, fuck that. Yeah. I was looking at the sky. I was like, where the fuck are you?
If you guys haven't seen this
Why are you doing this?
Google it on your own time. When we post this, actually, we'll leave. Can we do that legally? Can we put a link in the
I
bio
guess we could.
in the description for you to. We'll put a link in the description
Yeah,
so you
put a
can.
link in the description for like another video. Other
Yeah,
people do that.
we'll put a link in there for you to check this out. But it's this video of this tentacle type. I mean, it almost looks like
They call it the jellyfish.
The first thing I thought of when I saw it was actually from. It reminded me of something you would have seen in like the movie District 9, like their floating ships that the creatures have come off of.
They got tentacles and shit.
I think I feel like the ships did.
Dude, when I looked at it, it reminded me of like the rectifier things from
Tron?
Yeah, the big ass trapezoid things with the arms on the side that like sucks people up, and they're like, "Oh, you're a cursed program" or whatever.
Right. Let's see. District 9 alien ship. Yeah.
Ooh.
Looks like that.
Oh, dude, that kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon, but then it's got like a city underneath it.
Right.
That's pretty dope, though.
It looked like that, but this thing also it gave me that vibe. It also looked like almost like a drilling ore. Is that what they call it? Like something you would
drilling ore.
I don't know. Maybe that's not it. But it's something you would put into the earth to
I think you drill
or mine
ore.
for
I think you mine
minerals.
for ores with a drill.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I thought about this the other day. I was like, okay, you can say edgy stuff as long as it's just in like a joking context or whatever, right?
Right, but what's the
But the difference between us and people that we watch do that is they are renowned professional comedians.
Yeah, people
You know
know
what
what
I
to
mean?
expect. Yeah.
They're expecting them to have a punchline. They're not
Right.
actually meaning that. People don't
Right.
know that. If we
No,
say
they don't
that,
know us.
They don't fucking know us, dude.
We come out there like, oh yeah, that's how
Also,
they are.
like, I don't have to prove shit to nobody.
Right. I can say what I want.
I can say what the fuck I want, boy. He's a patriot.
Right. Anyway, thank you for that, Ollie.
Signing off.
Yeah.
Signing,
So with that, we're gonna
signing off with Ollie.
We're gonna take a
We can-
break.
if
And-
you want to, we can.
Let's take a break, and we're gonna check this out, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Yep.
Time for an ad from our sponsors.
God, gotta love those ads, baby.
Thank you guys for those sponsorships.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. We don't have any sponsorships currently, but look for them in the future. We'll have some good ones.
Oh, we might have some in the tank.
Yeah, we got a few. We
Eventually. We have nothing in the vault at the moment.
we have some. No, we have some. I've been getting a lot of emails recently from some pretty big names that we're going to be featuring in the show.
Well, you want to save that for another episode, or
Yeah.
the Nike thing? Or?
Oh, well, we don't want
What
to give too much away, but we do. I did get an email from Nike recently, and
let's just leave it at that.
yeah, I'm just gonna leave
You
it
know.
at that. But anyway, we're back. So that was my story that I shared, and that was pretty freaky. Tanner,
yeah,
you had another
Lucas
story
Bay,
though.
Lucas Bay Ghost Lights.
Yeah, and we're gonna be taking a visit down there pretty soon, in the near future. That's on our agenda.
We definitely got to do an investigation down there.
Yeah, it's pretty
and we
neat.
could even do something where it's like we come back later as well.
The return.
I mean, we could pretty much do that with every location that we
Yeah,
do.
we probably will.
Oh, there'll
we
probably
probably
there'll probably be a lot of return
Oh,
episodes.
yeah, we'll be back.
It'll be like, Alice Flag.
You giving it away?
Ooh, that's gonna be our first
So yeah,
investigation,
next
guys.
episode that we do is going to be focused on. We're going to be investigating the legend of Alice Flagg, and I'll give some details on that in a moment. But Tanner had another creepy occurrence that happened to him, and take it away.
Alrighty. So I believe it was like it was October, dude. It was actually Halloween that this shit happened, because I was right into my boy Tyler's house. Shout out T. Rooley. But I was going over to his house. We were just gonna hang for a little bit because it was Halloween, and we were at that age where we're
What do you do,
absolutely
right?
not trick or treating.
Right.
And
But you're not going out to
don't like
bars either.
people that much, so I don't really want to go to like a party like that.
Yeah.
But
Nobody invited you.
well, don't ruin the surprise. But yeah, so I'm heading over to his, and actually, I remember this pretty vividly. It was like weird temperature and like
Like
weather going
cold
on.
or
No, dude, we had crazy heat lightning, and the sky was like red.
okay.
and it wasn't sunset.
Okay.
It could have been like right after, but it wasn't just like it was crazy because there was a lot of clouds, a lot of freaking lightning,
Right.
and but it wasn't raining.
Okay.
So it was like
Is that what happened, or is there more to it?
No,
Okay.
just to add a little
You're
ambiance.
painting a picture for me.
Yeah,
You're getting
I'm
into
doing
it.
that
He's
world
getting
building.
into. He's painting a little picture for us.
I'm creeping in there.
All right, he's sliding in.
I'm
All right.
sliding in there.
Take it away. Sorry to
All right.
interrupt.
So, October 31st, All Hallows Eve, going to my boy T. Rule's
Demon
house.
night.
Demon night, baby. Unironically, I see a fucking ghost truck on my way back home, and you're laughing because I've told you this shit before.
You've mentioned that you saw a ghost truck.
Okay,
I put
okay.
nothing of merit into it because it sounds fucking retarded, but I'm not going to diminish your
heading
experience.
You know, it's all spooky, and it's a dark ass road because T. Rule he lived out in the boonies.
Right.
But I'm headed back, right? And all of a sudden, there's this big ass, loud ass truck, and you know we live in the South, so that's a pretty common occurrence. So
yeah.
I take this with a grain of salt.
Right.
But that bitch was riding my ass, and then for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, it was gone. It didn't turn, didn't do anything because I was watching it because it was some dumbass riding my ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna not pay attention to that.
Did you actually see the body of the truck behind you, or did you just see the lights?
No, just lights.
Okay.
So no body, just
and
lights.
You're positive that at no point this truck could have turned out of view and sped off?
Absolutely not.
None. There's no.
It very well could have.
Right.
But, you know, I got another one involving vehicles.
Now,
I saw.
That was it there?
Well, yeah.
Ghost
that
truck.
was it.
Okay.
Ghost truck.
Go ahead.
But
Since we're on the vehicle kick.
yeah. So, I think it was like a few months ago I was telling you this, but I saw a fucking plane stop midair.
Uh-huh. You did tell me this. Yeah.
And it was while me and my girlfriend were like driving to the mall or something. We just. Wait, no, it wasn't. That was some other thing. I got you. I was being a meek little mouse.
You were.
A timid tightwad.
A timid tightwad.
But I was driving back home from leaving trade school or whatever, and all of a sudden I'm watching this plane go.
Right.
It was really close, and then it just stopped. And I couldn't sit there and watch it for too long. I was just like,
because you were
no.
driving.
I was like, no, bruh, no. That plane is not stopped right there.
Right.
It was though.
All right, my kickback on that is that
I couldn't sit there and watch it because I had to turn. I was in the left turn lane.
Right.
Had to go.
Birds aren't real. My kickback on that is this, because that one I believe is extremely like debunkable. I feel like you're riding in a car. You're moving. The plane is moving. So I feel like there's, and I don't know the terminology, but there is a very high chance that because you're moving and so is it, you're not experiencing. If you were at a standstill, you would see the plane moving, but because you're also moving, it might appear as if the plane is not moving.
Well,
but
I think I did hear something about like whenever you're in a car, all of your senses are like not really. You're not heightened. Like
Right.
you're not fucking.
Tanner hasn't
Lucy
developed
all of a sudden.
spatial awareness yet. When you play peekaboo with him, he actually thinks you're fucking gone.
Where did you go?
Yeah. Oh my fucking god, dude! Daddy's gone.
All right, sir. Why don't you give another one?
I mean, there was. Mine is more of like a feeling you get, because I'm a big believer, not in like the fact that spirits can ghosts that the spirit. Let's say I die. I don't think that my spirit just resides wherever you die. I think that because we're made of, matter and energy, that the laws of science, that whenever you die, the matter and energy, it, transfers to something else, because matter, or is it energy or matter that's never created nor destroyed? Is it energy?
Energy is never created or
right.
destroyed.
Because we have energy.
Probably matter too. I think it's conservation of mass.
Right. So
I don't fucking, dude.
Well,
I'm not a scientist.
I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not.
Dude, don't accuse
not a
me of
science
that.
bitch. You know. I do have a PhD.
Don't hold me to that regard.
But it's in fun. They call me Dr. Fun. I went to clown college.
Oh yeah.
But no, because of those, scientific laws that I have a very loose grasp on, I believe that it's possible that when you die, that energy resides in certain locations. I think there are certain places where traumatic events have occurred where there's more energy versus, like, let's say, happy, fun times,
Oh yeah. We're like.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
So.
Where it's like a high volume of like really bad tragic.
Yeah, let's say like a bunch of murders took place in this house. Well, shit, that place is probably going to be, cursed in some aspect of the...
Well, some would say it's cursed. Some would say it's blessed.
This is a blessed location right here.
God, this is awesome.
But...
it's so cool. That
so I think there are
14 people were
places
killed.
that, they carry the energy, and I think that sometimes they can give off, like sometimes you just have this sinking feeling, intuition, where you're just like, hey, man, don't do
Something's
that.
off.
Or,
Your hair
I
will
shouldn't
stand
do
up.
that. Right, exactly. Like the hair standing on the back of your neck, because it's just, you get this weird sense that we can't really explain.
That's
But anyway,
instincts.
this one time, there's this house out in North Myrtle Beach. We might actually explore this one as well. Maybe. Where in Cherry Grove, which is at the tail end of North Myrtle before you get to the North Carolina border, there's a house on the point. I just call it the Wells house, because the family that resided there before it became the dilapidated mess that it is now was the Wells family. And it's this huge, ginormous house that sits right on the beach.
Big well.
It looks like something out of like a damn, Cape Cod mystery novel or some shit.
Looks like something out the Magic School Bus.
Looking like Miss Frizzle.
Damn, bro. Miss Frizzle can get this.
Motherfucker
jizzle.
looking like Arnold. So I'm out there,
I don't want
and
to go to the sex dungeon today.
I'm gonna, and I'm with somebody else, and I'm gonna explore this house, and because I'm like, man, this is run down. It'll be like some urban exploring thing, and getting ready to go into it. There's nobody inside. It's dark out. Obviously the house is abandoned. There's a bunch of junk on the porch. Like the people that live there they couldn't afford, the house got foreclosed, and they
It's
just
abandoned.
left everything. Yeah, it's just, there's like bicycles on the front and all the shit.
It's where you might find the likes of the Migos.
And I walk onto the front porch, which is screened in, and I get to the door, and I'm getting ready to turn the handle, and all of a sudden, I went, no. And walked back, got in the car, and the person I'm with get in the car, and we're driving away. And I was like, did you feel that? And they were like, yeah. And we both had this sense.
Okay, it was you, and so it was like a group of guys, and then y'all split up?
Yeah, it was me and one other person.
Yeah.
And no, it was just me and one other person. And we were both getting ready to go in. We were both amped to do it. And then we decided, no, we're not doing it. And we didn't say why while we were there. We were just like, no, not a good idea.
The door to get in?
Huh?
The door to enter the house?
Yeah, we were getting ready to turn it and walk in. And we were both just like, nah.
But you already opened the door, right?
We had our hand, like, I feel
Had
like
your
from
hand on the
memory, I had
knob?
my hand on the handle when I was getting ready to turn it to open the door. Or to see if it was unlocked, because I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. And both just said no, got in the car, and we were riding down the road for probably about 10 minutes.
And then you embraced each other.
And I was like, did you feel that? And he was like, yeah. And we were both just like, let's not do this.
I'm gay too.
Well, it was like, both of us just had this overwhelming sense of like, if we go in this house, something bad will happen.
Yeah.
And it could, and I'm not saying like spooks or specters or ghouls or goblins. I'm saying like there could have been some like methed out tweaker chilling in there. We walk in on them and they're just like, ah! We get stabbed. It was like we got this sense of like what we were doing was gonna go badly, so let's not do it.
Yeah.
But it was like unspoken, and we both felt it, and it's like weird intuition shit. I'm not just. It was spooky. It was a spooky feeling.
Do you think that's some sort of like survival instinct
I think it's something that's like deep down in our core that like we don't understand. Like
it's probably like through, because some say that like trauma can actually become generational, and then you become more aware of when those different types of things are about to happen. Like the reason we're scared of the dark is because we were attacked by big cats, like early man. so many generations of people being killed in the night by
In the
big cats
nighttime
in
by
the
predators.
eyes.
Yeah.
All you see is the eyes because we
Right.
have the campfire.
So we're
whatever.
afraid naturally
yeah.
of the thing we can't see, the unknown.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
usually it's a cat, so you know what it is. But
I mean, not now. I'm not getting attacked by
Oh,
cats
yeah.
in the night. That would be crazy.
oh my god, dude!
Meow.
Actually, in Josh's neighborhood, my other friend, I remember his mom telling us that somebody
There
had
was a Black
spotted
Panther.
fucking no.
Because people claim to have
Yeah.
seen those in South Carolina. That's why the
Well,
name
they
of
definitely
the
see mountain lions.
well, but that's why the name of the or bobcats or cougars, but that's why the name of the Carolina. That's why they're called the Carolina Panthers, and that's why their logo is a black panther, which are not native into North America.
What the hell is the difference between a cougar and a mountain lion?
It's the same.
Oh,
I'm
it's
pretty
just a
sure
different-
it's the same. Yeah, it's just different nomenclature.
Nomenclature.
Yeah,
It's a
just
different genus.
No, I just think it's different. Like we just call it different
Your
names.
genus is showing.
But there are no known native species of black panthers living in America. But people have claimed to see them, and they've caught trail cams of them, all kinds of shit. I myself have never seen them, but they've seen them right here in the Carolinas. I mean, I've seen the videos of it, where it looks
Spooky.
like it could just be a big black house cat.
That's one of the things I don't.
Could be
wanna
a big
find.
black pussy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Maybe
I
we'll go.
definitely
Maybe we'll
don't
go
wanna find,
panther hunting.
on our expeditions. I do not want to find animals.
You don't want to find a
dude.
Well,
That's it, dude. Whenever because we went out to scope it out. The first location, Alice Flag.
Yeah, and the
We
first
went
thing
there, scope it out, dude. The only thing I was really concerned with was animals.
like foxes or wolves or some
well,
shit. Yeah.
dude. Well, a fox not gonna attack you unless it's got rabies.
I don't want to fuck with a fox.
Foxes are too tricky, bro. If you see a fox, you won't see it again.
It's a tricky
Dude, I
animal.
saw a fucking at my old job. We went to some job site and I saw a damn fox come out of a bush. It was grown, bro. It was like 5 feet long from tip of the tail to the nose, and it just came
I've seen 'em
across,
run
and
back
then
and forth.
I got out of the car. I was like, holy shit! I just saw a fox.
I've been driving down towards the beach before, and I've seen them run back and forth through the beach not on the beach, but like down those side streets.
They're elusive.
Yeah, they're out there, for sure. But they
You
are
think
not.
they're tapped into something?
The
They
fox?
got that juju?
Yeah, foxes have juju. They're actually trickster gods in disguise.
That's Loki.
Yeah.
Got the spirit of Loki in there.
Yeah.
Dude, I've actually seen. I used to be on this kick of watching people do exorcisms
Oh yeah.
because you can watch it on YouTube.
Right.
And oh, dude, a lot of the times I was brought to tears from watching it because it's unexplainable. Some of them.
Some of the
Some
ways
of them
these
are
people act,
absolutely.
yeah.
It's like this is just someone that's unwell.
Mentally.
And then some of them,
yeah.
it's like, damn, that shit was powerful. I don't know how or what I'm really thinking. I just know
Well, that's
that
like that real life
something
case.
just happened.
The real life case of the they made the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose, but it's based on a real story, and that girl was like, dude, she was fucked up, and
She was acting wild.
well, she had, and several doctors were like, okay, you need to get her medicated. She's mentally.
Give her a lobotomy.
She's
Fine.
schizophrenic. She's schizophrenic or whatever, and the parents are like, "No, the Lord will heal her." So honestly, but like
No.
the way right, so like she wasn't getting the medicine she needed, but also it's like the things that the parents said happened to her, which I don't know if they really did or not, but they were like some straight it was demonic shit. Like she'd be speaking Latin and all kinds of crap, which is these people, they always say that, oh yeah, they were speaking Latin. That's how.
Speaking in tongues.
But I've never heard Latin, so I don't fucking know what it sounds
Why
like.
don't you tell me some
It's
Latin?
a dead language. I don't know, how many people out there actually
they were
speak
speaking
it.
Latin and not just making up some shit.
Right, like how did
They could have
exactly?
just been out of their mind and saying racist shit, like trying to, I don't know, imitate what they think Spanish sounds like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or what they think Italian sounds like. I could say rigatoni and bologna all day long. but that
Rigatoni,
doesn't make me
bologna.
Italian.
Your mother,
That doesn't make me possessed either.
right? Your
I
mother,
might just be hungry.
your mother sucks cocks in hell.
It might just be lunchtime.
It might be. I need a bologna sandwich.
I need some fried bologna.
I don't think is
Fried
bologna an
is
Italian
so
word.
fucking bad for you, but it's so good.
Was that bologna?
Yeah,
Same thing with
bologna.
hot dogs. I was craving a hot dog the other day.
I'm pretty sure it's the same meat.
Yeah, it's just
Bologna, like, actually, like the same mixture.
pig dicks and assholes.
You know, the cock and balls of the
The
pig.
cock and- These are chicken pee-pees.
These are chicken nuts.
Chicken nuts.
That's the nuggets, baby. Woo! That's the Tyson Tiny Bites.
But
That's not a real product.
another a good one of the, since you're talking about exorcism videos, a good one is the guy who was like the caretaker who lived on the property of Bobby Mackey's, which was like the Ghost Adventures crew went there so many times.
Do you know the story of Bobby Mackey very well?
You know, Bobby Mackey's a musician who opened a music venue. He's he's good. He also doesn't believe that the place is even haunted.
Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. He doesn't believe.
Oh, they just think that
It's like people.
occult groups went there and did bad juju shit.
Well, yeah, like one of the stories is that like there was a woman who was murdered and she's looking for her lover, Robert Randall, and she thinks that Bobby Mackey is that lover. And I don't know why she would, because like nobody's walking around.
Wait, so she thinks Bobby Mackey's got the spirit of her dead lover?
I think that the story, the common.
What if he's just lying, dude?
common
and he
re-
actually does.
The common reasoning is that people the ghost thinks that he's Robert Randall because his name is Bobby, first name Robert, which is good, but nobody's walking around calling Bobby Mackey Robert. They would just be like, "Hey, Bobby, what's up?" And I don't know why she would go.
Yeah, also,
yeah,
it's
that's
probably
Robert
a nickname
Randall.
given to him by his mom or parents.
Right, like the ghost isn't going like his name is Robert. It must be Robert
He will be
Randall.
born on Tuesday, November 1969.
But yeah, he claims that he ain't never seen shit.
And I will inhabit his
Nothing's
body.
ever happened to him. But there's this caretaker that apparently lived on property, and I mean, there's a whole video of him fucking going batshit.
I do not freebase cocaine.
Classic. But
I
yeah,
might puff a little reefer.
he's fucking screaming at the what do you
jeez.
call somebody who performs exorcisms? Exorcisers? He's
Um,
performing. He's yelling at the
the
exorciser.
exorcismist.
Yeah, the exorcismist.
Exorcisionist. I have no idea.
The
Exorc?
yeah, probably just call it a priest.
He's probably
It's probably just a
he's
priest.
probably just a Pastor Carl, you know.
It's Pastor Carl. He exercises demons on the weekends. But yeah, that's a good one. The story of Exorcism Emily Rose, that shit's fucking wild.
A lot of the times in the videos that I've watched, sometimes people will be like, quote unquote, possessed by the quote unquote spirit of Thor. Or
Thor?
Odin, and it's like
Well, dude, have you heard
it's
about?
like hold on,
Have you
it's
heard
like
about
white people that have barely a lineage to like
Yeah,
some
they're-
sort of Icelandic
they
thing,
think
and
they're-
they think that
they're
all of
really
us-
into Vikings.
They think that the reason they're weird and an outcast and depressed is because they're actually being cursed by the spirit of Odin, and it's like they're like saying shit and they're acting crazy, and it's like I'm gonna take Thor's hammer, and I'm gonna replace it with the sword of Christ, and I'm gonna slice that demon out of you, dude. Dude, the guy will use the Bible as a metaphorical sword and cut the demons and cut them.
The Norse god is gonna
Dude.
come out of you, bro.
This man will charge up the Bible and put it on your chest and suck that thing out of you.
Speaking of, okay, so this is interesting
Oh,
because
that is nuts.
this is interesting because Kelsey and I actually we follow this. Kelsey's my girlfriend, by the way.
He's definitely not sucking any damn thing with.
He definitely he might be sucking, just not
Oh,
Thor
he's
out of you.
sucking, but it
But-
ain't no demon.
There is this murder investigation going on, the Delphi murders, where the guy who was arrested in connection to it, he claims that the police officers that are holding him in jail right now are connected to something called the cult of Odin, that they're Odinists. And they're all like, it's weird. They have like tattoos.
How do you
and
get into Odinism?
they're just white people that are really into Vikings.
They're
That's all. That's what
they
it
just
is.
really like cyber goth music.
I'm telling you, they're just like weird.
It's those motherfuckers that were under the bridge,
Bro,
like
it's
12
like-
years ago.
They're really into Skyrim and Lord of the Rings and shit like
Oh my
that.
God.
You know, which
I
shout out,
love
both those
R.R.
things are great.
Tolkien.
But yeah,
Dude.
I might be part
Dude.
Hobbit.
I read the books when they came out, and it's like I don't think you
1920s.
did. I think you're like 25.
The books came out in the 1920s.
Yeah.
Like, after World War One, I think.
Dude, I read them before the movies came out. When you were 5?
Right.
When you were 3?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay. You read R.R. Tolkien.
J.R.R. Junior.
Junior.
I don't even know what his initials.
What the hell is his
for.
name?
I don't.
Robert Rodriguez?
James Rodriguez Roberto. I don't know. Something really white.
Julian Jerome.
Honestly, his last name might not even be Tolkien. It could be like a pseudonym. I don't know. Sorry if anybody's a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings. I don't know about the author.
That's that J.K. Rowling shit. Or that's not actually her name.
That's
right?
not her name. Yeah, I think she used that name because she didn't.
Yeah, she didn't want the people reading her books to know that she was a woman.
That's
because
right.
It wouldn't be taken seriously.
That's right.
In that sort of
in the fiction.
in that niche.
Right, because
it hadn't been done before and been successful. But I mean, she must have just had a fucking blockbuster smash.
Right,
when
because
she came up with Harry
because
Potter.
fiction was dominated by men. Men.
3.5 of them. Sorry,
men,
2.5.
Men. Is it 2.5? Yeah, it is. 3.5.
Well, it is 3 because
Well, the
what's
half
his fucking name.
The half man was the child.
Well, yeah, but then there's also a
Angus.
third one played by
Angus
Ashton
Scrim?
Kutcher.
I think it. Yeah, you're right. Because
He replaces Charlie.
Right.
He's like Charlie's long lost.
You know
son.
what's crazy is the kid that played
Tired.
in that show. His name is like Angus Scrim. I'm pretty sure. He has a weird ass fucking name. And after the shows came out, dude, or after the
Did
show
he have
ended,
a rough go of it?
no, dude, he like turned like he's like crazy Christian. Oh, it's not Angus Scrim. Angus
dude,
Scrim.
it's because he was
It's
so
not
young.
Angus Scrim. Angus Scrim is the guy from Phantasm.
Oh.
The actor from
Well, dude,
Phantasm.
he was a little small baby boy
Well, he's like,
hanging around Charlie Sheen.
yeah, he's like, it was smut, and he's like condemns it and is like, what I did was.
2.5 Men was smut?
That's what he said. It was
I beg to differ,
It
sir.
was smutty trash.
I've seen a good amount of smut in my day.
And the Lord has changed his ways. What is his name? Angus Scrim is the guy from Phantasm, the tall man.
Phantasm. Is that shit with like the
ball.
drone ball that
Yeah.
comes out with the spikes and then
Yeah.
it goes in your head?
Yeah, with the two
Yeah.
knife things.
And that's the only memorable part of the plot. And there's 6 films, I believe.
Bro, there's like 10.
Oh shit. A Phantasm?
What is his fucking name? Okay, here he is. Angus T. Jones. Yeah, and that's what he looks like now. He's got like a big, bushy Amish
Dude, he
beard.
kind of looks like
He looks like Jason Kelsey.
he looks like the dude from Pineapple Express, Seth Rogen.
Oh. Yeah, he kind of did there actually. But yeah, he like turned to Christ and like hates 2.5 Men now. He's like, I wish I had
Jesus.
never done that smut.
It was disgusting what they had me do
What they
on
had
set.
me do, acting like a boy, like a child, like a
Acting
little
like
monkey
a young
boy.
child. Which I was at the time, but that's
Yeah, I mean-
besides the point. I'm trying to get some clout
Yeah, I don't know where he's getting.
because
this
I'm
that it
not
was
getting work.
Trashy.
That's
smut.
what it
I
is.
never watched the show. I mean, I think half of the show was just,
You know?
probably just the fact that most of the show revolved around Charlie Sheen getting his dick sucked.
Well, dude, he was the fucking star of the show. It's like when
Yeah, and then he left.
it was the Jaleel White effect,
And we
bro.
know Ashton Kutcher is a fucking awful actor.
Well, I say it's like the Jaleel White effect, but Charlie Sheen wasn't supposed to be a side character, and Urkel was. And then immediately after the first episode,
They're like,
became
"Oh, yeah,
he
he's the
became
star."
the sole purpose of
Right.
the show.
Right. Is it Jaleel White? Who's the guy that? Oh, Alfonso Ribeiro is the dude from Fresh Prince that plays Carlton. Okay. I was getting my I was getting my
Mr. AFV.
I was getting my nerdy black guys confused. But yeah, well, we went on a
We're
tangent,
not
didn't
funny.
we went on a tangent. All right, so yeah, our next episode is going to focus on the story of Alice Flagg and the legend surrounding that, and before we're going to actually be going out in the field, putting our big boy boots on and fucking with some ghosts.
Strapping them boots on and
So tune in next week. We'll see you there.
absolutely.
All right, this is Will,
This is Tanner.
and this is ScareMeTender.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.